Kuyenzeka lokho?
Bengiphendula inkulumo yakho, ngiphendula inkulumo yenkosi enkantolo bebhekiswe game ukuthi khona negazi la. Ukuthi vele ngeke lezi iphepha phambi kwenkosi enkantolo ligcwele igazi.
I was responding to what you were putting to me as to whether is there any blood on this document. I then said that there's no way that the document can be brought before court with blood on it.
Magistrate Kronje confirmed before this court that this is the document that she completed in your presence, in the presence of the interpreter as well, in the presence of Mr. Mjiyako. This is the original document. There are no blood stains in that particular document.
Imantshi ke ekuyena omama uKronje ukushilo ke lokho phambi kwalenkantolo ukuthi ke leli phepha leli eliphambi kwakho manje ke ilona ke leli ekuyilona lokho libizwa ke ngokuthi ke uqobo lwalo lokho kubizwa ngokuthi phecelezi original aligcwalisa ke ukhona utolika ekhona nomjiyako ekhona.
Nkosi enkantolo into engithanda ukuthi kwakusho umama omlungu.
What I like, my lord, is that it's the white lady who said that.
So mina ngeke ngikwazi ukuphendula into manje ngikhuluma ngento engangiyibona yenzeka kimi phambi kwamehlanga.
So I cannot comment on that. I am only commenting on what happened in my presence.
And then she further testified that after completion of this document, she kept the document.
Wakusho ke nokuthi eseqedile ke ukubhala lana ukwenza konke awayekwenza uyena ke owagcina lamaphepha la ayebhala kuona.
Angazi Nkosi enkantolo ngeke ngiphendule ngalokho ngoba ngibonanga. Amaphepha kodwa la ngawasayina ebhedo babugine endaba.
I don't know, my lord. I cannot respond to that, but the documents that I signed were in the possession of Brigadier Gininda.
She further testified that she handed this document to the senior magistrate.
Waqhubeka ke wathi yena ke uma esewandlulisa ke lamaphepha umuntu awandlulisa kena ke imantshi engaphezulu kuyona imantshi emphethe.
Namanje Nkosi enkantolo ngithina amaphepha ngawasana kubabugene endaba.
I still maintain, my lord, that the documents that I signed them where they were handled by Brigadier Gininda.
So it cannot be this document in front of you.
Angeke ke kube yiwona la aphambi kwakho.
Angazi Nkosi enkantolo.
I don't know, my lord.
I am putting it to you that those are not the documents.
Ngiyakutshela ke manje ukuthi akusiwona.
This was signed and initialed in the presence of the magistrate.
Lana wona engikhombisa wona la aphambi kwakho njengamanje amaphepha asayindwa bese kufakwa nama initials phambi kwayo imantshi.
Ngiyathemba Nkosi enkantolo ngithemba angakusana phambi kwamanje signature phela ama BS la ngathi ama BS liwe la ngabhala kuba kuginenda zange ngabhala phambi kwa magistrate namanje lokho ngiyakuphinda
I still maintain, my lord, that which I said here in court, that the only thing that I signed here was the full signature which I signed in front of the magistrate. The initials where there is BS, that's why I initialed before Brigadier Gininda.
And then when you were offered a pen to sign, you were signing for the following statement. The statement is now signed by the deponent by means of a signature, and then you sign.
Which page is that? Page 9.
Page 8 of 90.
Bese kubhalwa ke lana ukuthi manje statement siyasayindwa ke yilona ke ebenikeza ngenkulumo lena ngokuthi ke abe seyasayinda.
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyathemba lapha okubhala khona la ngomshini angikwazi ukufunda la. Manje umuntu ezongitshela ngomlomo ethi sayina lapha ukuthi uthe ucela itozo geza ngizosayina nje ngicelile ngifika kuye.
That which is written there, my lord, typed there, I cannot comment on because I don't know what it is that is written there. But if the person comes to me and says, sign here, you are signing because you made a request for toiletries, then I would sign.
Yes. What is written there in English is, the statement is now signed by the deponent by means of his signature.
Lana ke ukufundeka ngalendlela sithi istatement manje sesiyasayindwa ke sisayindwa yilona obekhuluma ke ngokuthi asayinde kusona ngamagama abekeke isignature yakhe kusona.
Namanje Nkosi enkantolo ngiyaphinda le atse ngiphinda ngithi la ngisayina uthi ngangiselect mina ngangicela into zokugeza nokufona yinto engatshena ngomlomo mina lapho ukufunda ngikwazi ukufunda lami.
I repeat my answer, my lord, that here I signed it because I had made a request for toiletries. I cannot read. It is something that I was told that this is what you are signing for.
And then where you said you made a request for a bath, there's no signature.
La khona ke uthi wacela ke ukuthi usucela ugeza ke manje akukho okusayindiwe khona lapho.
Kosenkantolo umuntu mayinike iphepha ekhomba ukuthi sana abafela ngimthini mina ngathi kasenkantolo. Ngithi uyangitshela ukuthi yenza so.
My Lord, when someone gives me a document and points out and says sign here, what am I supposed to do? This person is telling me to do this.
Was there a reason for you not to have initialed this document in the presence of the magistrate and the interpreter?
Sasikhona yini isizathu sokuthi uma usufaka kama initials ukuthi lokho ukwenze imantshi notolika bengekho, sasikhona yini isizathu ukuthi ukwenze manje seungekho ungakwenzi phambi kwabo lokho?
Kosenkantolo akaze ngitshele ngalento laphambi kwamagistrate mina. Kwathi wasayina la ngasayina lapha engikhomba khona namanje phambi kosenkantolo.
My Lord, I was never told by this, the witness pointing to the initial part. I was never told about this in the presence of the magistrate. I was only told about signing, which is now the signature right at the top.
So it is your evidence now before this court that when you were taken out to that place in the industrial area, you were only taken out to initial this document.
Kubufakazi bakho ke phambi kwalenkantolo ukuthi nkathi usuthathwa ke ususwa eBinoni, so the eBoksburg. Uya kule ndawo leyana le uthi ke kwakuyindawo oyibona ukuthi yayinama firm ukuthi ukuphela kwezathu ababekusela sona lapho ukuthi nje uyofaka ama initials kuphela.
Kosenkantolo aye khona amanye amaphepha emaningi, amaphepha ugeninde waphethe amaphepha amaningi, amanye angiwazi ngindawo engangikhombisa leli phepha lesho ukuthini lesho ukuthini.
There were other documents, my Lord. The Brigadier Gininda was in possession of many documents, but he never specified to me that this document is for this and this document is for that.
So in that particular area, you also signed?
Particular
At
area.
Jimiston, industrial area.
Nakuleya ndawo leya eseJemiston nalapho wasayinda futhi.
Ngizothini kosenkantolo ngishaka kanti mina
What was I supposed to do when I was being assaulted?
Say, I want to bring this under your attention as well, that the statement, as well as the pro forma, it is only has one section for a signature where you place your signature.
Ngifuna ukutshela lokhu ke ukuthi ke njengoba ubona ke ukuthi lana kunamaphepha ke namake amakhasi ke amaningi nama amapage amaningi, kodwa kunendawo eyodwa kuphela la ekufanele usayinde khona. Kulama page amaningi wabona kodwa iyodwa kuphela indawo la umuntu asayinda khona.
Ngiyathemba kosenkantolo ngikhombile indawo mina ne signature yami, ngikhomba indawo eyodwa ne signature yami
la. Trust my Lord that I did point out the space where there's a signature. There's only one space where my signature is.
So point where you made that other signature in the presence of Gininda in that document.
Awukhombe la khona ke kuleya ndawo yena baba uGininda la wasayinda khona ke kuleya ndawo yena uGininda.
From my understanding of the answer given by the witness, he says the initials BS, I may have imprinted or appended them where I was assaulted. He never said I signed where I was assaulted at the industrial area. That's the court position.
Yes, Mr.
From
Swan.
the listening of the evidence, said Gininda had a lot of documents that he has to sign.
But it must be specific. He must be asked, my Lord, with due respect, clarification questions as to which other documents he signed. Then they will be on the same page. But this is confusing to the witness as it is now put to the witness, my Lord.
Yes, Mrs. Sibanda. What's your response?
No, I will respond by asking the witness another question.
Oh, I see. Yes.
When Gininda presented those documents there at Jimiston industrial area, we only asked or forced to initial and also to place a signature.
Kuleya ndawo khona ke la uGininda khona wayiphethe lamaphepha amaningi ke lapha eJemiston. Ingabe wacelwa noma waphoqwa ukuthi ufake nje ama initials phela noma ufake ama initials ubusuyasayinda futhi?
Kosenkantolo ngiyethemba amaphepha engikhuluma ngawo ukuthi signature engayibhala phambi kwami signature ephelele. Lapha sokukhona uGininda wathi ngifaka o-BS la. Ngoba lakhe nakhona sengishaya ngibuza ukuthi yini le ngifakela o-BS la.
My Lord, I did say it and I testified that where I signed my full signature, it was before the magistrate. Where Brigadier Gininda was now involved, it was now I was being assaulted and informed or told to initial, that is now the BS. And I was asking, what is it that I need to initial for here?
And the document that you initialed, BS, is in front of you.
Le ncwadi ke noma le paper noma lama paper ke la owafaka khona ke OBS ilona ke leli eliphambi kwakho.
Angazi ngoba waphethe manje umuntu mayizokunika iphepha lapha ngibekela ngikhomba la ngizothini mina Nkosenkantolo.
I don't know, because he had many documents. When someone points out to you and says initial here, and there, what am I going to do, my Lord?
Ngoba yena okhomba Nkosenkantolo akusimina ngimbuza uthi kuphi yena okhomba utshena ukuthi akakhombe la ngenze tata ngiyenza.
Because he's the one that was pointing out. I was not asking, he was telling me where to initial.
And then lastly, on this aspect, that document that I presented in front of you, there's no bloodstains in any page.
Okugcina ke kulolu daba lolu lama phepha ke engikunikeze wona akukho la kunegazi khona.
Namanye Nkosenkantolo ngiyaphinda igazi laliphuma la naye namanje lokhozi isiqeshi seyani khafa.
I repeat, my Lord, that I was bleeding. I'm still having the witness pointing to his left wrist, that I still have a scratch here as a result of the handcuff.
Okay. Now, can you place on record the particulars of that assault at Jamestown Industrial Area?
Awuchazele lenkantolo ke imininingwane yaloko kushaywa lokho khona kuleya ndawo leyana ke yamafem eJamestown.
Nkosenkantolo mhlambe sengichaze kaningi lento phambi Nkosenkantolo ukuthi ngangifaka uplastic ekhanda labana Nkosenkantolo. Yikho ukuhlukunyezwa ukushawa lokho ufaka uplastic ekhanda.
My Lord, I have said this many times before this court that a plastic was put over my head there, my Lord. That is the assault and the torture that I'm referring to there.
Ngibe ngibanje izandla futhi ngapha ngapha.
And my hands were held on both sides.
By who?
Banjwe ubani?
Nkosenkantolo ngisho ukuthi igama lomunye umuntu angilazi la nobuthelezi. Igama khona le ngamazi womzimba lo.
I did say, my Lord, that the name of the other person I do not know, as well as Butelesi.
So other than that process you explained, there was no other form of assault that you can place on record?
Ngaphandle kwale oqeda uyisho manje okufaka uplastiki ukuhlukunyezwa kanye nokubanjwa ke akukho kunye ongakusho mayelana nokushaywa yileyo kuphela indlela okwahlukunyezwa ngayo.
Angisike Nkosenkantolo mawungisabisa ukuthi namanje ufuna ukuthi ngitshela yona ngiyashiya bekubulala aqhela uGininda babe besondele befaka uplastic ekhanda. Yona into yakuhlukunyezwa lo Nkosenkantolo.
Isn't it, my Lord, when someone says to you that you still don't want to tell the truth, I will leave you for them so that they can kill you, and then Gininda would move aside, my Lord. That also, that, my Lord, is a form of assault. Sorry, a form of torture.
So when Magistrate Kronje and the interpreter tell this court that this document was initialed in their presence, they are misleading the court.
Uma kuukuthi imantshi manje sikhuluma ke ngomama lona ke omhlophe wayizilela ezokuthula ubufakazi kanye nosisi ke lo osho uma umbiza ke lo okwakuyena owayewutolika besho ke ukuthi amaphepha lana ke la aphambi kwethu manje ukuthi asayindwa ama initials ase ebekwa phambi kwabo bekhona bona bobabili bebe khohlisa lenkantolo.
Ngethemba mina ummeli wami uyikhulumile lo nto la ngangikwazi ukuyiphendula ummeli wami ngamtshetile mina lapho into engayisana full signature phambi kwa magistrate le yabo BS yiyo le engisayine esigangeni kuba boGininda ngakusho na kummeli wami lokho.
I said it to my legal representative, and I believe that my legal representative addressed it here in court, my Lord, that I informed him that the only thing I did before the magistrate was to sign the full signature, and the initialing, my Lord, is what happened in the open field where Brigadier Gininda was.
So when you were being assaulted there at industrial area in Jamestown, was Mokhane present there as well?
Nkathi ushayelwa khona lapha yana kuleyo ndawo leyo kuleso siganga leso ekhona uBrigadier Gininda umkhane wayekhona naye.
Umkhona Nkosi enkantolo ngangihlukana phela yena umuntu oyendrive imoto mina futhi azange azangishaya ngelanga le1 year.
I was at all times with Mukhane Malota. He's the one that was driving the vehicle for me or that I was traveling in, and he has never ever assaulted me, even once.
So you're saying Khona as a person who did not assault you, he just allowed these people to assault you in his presence.
Uthi-ke umukhane lo ongakaze akushaye nakanye yena-ke wabavumela labantu ukuthi nje abakushaye ekhona yena.
Ukube Nkosi enkantolo ngabezwa bembuza bengawuphendula lo mbuzo ngoba phela umkhane yonke into eyenzeka wayehlala ekhona.
If I had heard them asking him Malota, then I would have been able to answer that question. But Mukhane was there, Malota, in everything that happened.
And are you also saying, or testifying before this court, that in all the 4 police stations that you were kept at, all the police officers that were responsible for making an entry in the occurrence book were in an agreement to note that you had no injuries?
Ngabe uthi noma ingabe ubufakazi bakho yini ukuthi kuona omane lama police station owavalelwa kuwona noma owagcinwa kuwona ukuthi lama phoyisa onke kuona onke lama police station ayenesivumelwano sokuthi ababhale eincwadini ukuthi wena ke awunako ukulimala noma awushayiwe?
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyawuphendula futhi lo mbuzo ngithi Nkosi enkantolo kimi kuleli sele ngangihlala kulo alikho iphoyisa elisebenzisa epolice station la lafika mina zongibuza ukuthi nginesikhalo nengenani lo nto lengithenga iqala ejele mina.
My Lord, I am repeating, or I'm going to answer this question by saying that at the police station where I was kept, not a single police officer that works at that particular, or that would be working at that particular police station or at the cells would come to me and inquire as to whether I had any complaints. That only happened in prison, my Lord.
Nalapho kubhala khona amabhuku la Nkosi enkantolo laleze phambi kwenkantolo lathi ukuthi angireportanga injani angizoyireport kubani injani ebhalwa kuphi nalo mabhuku mangaze mabone mina.
Also with regards to the books that were brought before court, that is the occurrence books, the occurrence books, my Lord, that I never reported to anyone. Who was I going to report to? Where were those books written?
Did you make any statement in front of Magistrate Kronje?
Sikhona yini statement owasenza ngaphambi kwayo imantshi uKronje?
Asikho Nkosi enkantolo statement mina ngasenza.
There's no statement that I made, my Lord.
So what were you being forced to initial there at the Mr. Industrial Area if you did not make a statement?
Manje ke uma kuwukuthi laphayana phambi kwemantshi awukaze wenze statement kwakuyini ke le ababekuphoqa ukuthi ke uinitialele laphaya kwakuno brigadier Gininda khona?
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyazi mina namanje.
Up to now, my Lord, I don't know.
Nalapha Nkosi enkantolo ngishilo mina la ngathi mina ukube istatement ngasibhala sabhala yimi ngabe khona istatement sesizulu ngisifunde ngesiZulu siphinde sanjisiwe ngelokhuza ngeEnglish.
I even say, I'm still maintaining, my Lord, that if there was a statement which I wrote, it would have been read here in isiZulu and then it would have been interpreted into English.
So I put it to you that on the date, 24th of June 2020, you did make a statement.
Ngithi kuwena ke ngazo i24 kuJune ngo2020 wasenza wena istatement.
Akulona iqiniso lo Nkosi enkantolo.
That's not true, my Lord.
Then you left that area on your way back to Mort.
Nase niyahamba ke manje kule ndawo ke le ekwakuno brigadier Gininda niyabuyela manje ke police station yase Mot.
Yebo.
Yes.
I further put it to you that the police did not force you to initial the pro forma as well as the statement.
Ngithi kuwena ke amaphoyisa akaze akuphoqe ukuthi ke ubekeke ama initials wakho noma abo BS labayana lapha kulesi statement lesi.
Nkosi enkantolo ngaba namanje ayikho isignature ama BS wangangaphoqwa ngangeke ngisayine mina Nkosi.
If I wasn't forced, my Lord, then my initials would not have been there. I would not have signed.
Na izolo ngibushilo ukuthi Nkosi enkantolo into engiyenzile ngenziswe ngenkani ngenzanga ngokuvumelana kwami kube khona into yakuvumelana ngayo ngabe khona amaphepha esiZulu la kube ngamaphepha abesilungu.
Even yesterday, I did mention it, my lord, that there's nothing that I did out of my own free will. I was forced. If I did it voluntarily, then we would have had documents here in isiZulu as well as English.
And then I want us to move to another aspect, Exhibit EE1, the transcripts of the proceedings held at Boksburg Magistrate Court. My lord, can we have a 5 minutes adjournment so that I can just make sure I cover everything in consultation with my colleague? Just 5 minutes.